there aren't any people to keep the woods in check.
Don't get lost, okay? I don't know if I'd be able to find anyone here. Take this! Take this! Easy! Next by the remainder.
What happened to that big flower? Might it feed on the mana power of monsters, perhaps?
A balanced ecosystem between monster and plant. These woods are very interesting.
Taking this?
Fruit. My thanks.
My father told me once that there's an herb that only grows in these woods. It's a highly sought-after steamed bone seasoning, apparently.
Piccolo sure knows a lot of things about a lot of things, huh?
Watch yourselves, everyone! Take this! Oh, the flower's gone.
I suppose it really was feeding off the nearby monsters.
There might be more. Let's look around.
Taking this? Got some syrup. Got some syrup. Taking this?
That was some jackstock. It just kept growing and growing.
You really need to jump on my back, though.
Touchy. I wanted a better view when you happened to be next to me,
Take this!
Don't let it get away.
Okay.
The enemies and their corresponding flora have been conquered.
Which came first? The flower or the
Did Auron already make it this far? It's weird that we haven't passed each other, even though we're heading toward the same place.
There is but one road to Elusia Isle. It does not sound possible, let alone plausible. Easy! Do not drop your defenses until very well.
Okay. They were nothing but hot air. Yes. Taking this? Watch yourselves, everyone! Silphid Boomerang!
Easy! I'm done!
The large flowers along our way are all gone, it seems.
That means we can keep moving forward. Let's get going. Let me see. Is this? Got some syrup.
Is this a settlement of some kind?
There don't appear to be any settlers.
Excuse me! Is anyone here? Nope, nothing.
It doesn't look as bad off as Guju. We would know if disaster had struck another town.
Huh?
Did you hear that?
Sounds like music. Does Orin play the guitar?
Calm down. It's probably just one of the citizens of Verdius.
I believe that riveting refrain is coming from over there. Shall we investigate?
There's gotta be someone around playing that song, right? Yes! Let's rest up!
It's coming from
We are all here in order to persevere, a part of this interwoven life that keeps the world from strife. Not moving on, no matter what, oh yeah. So long as all of us are alive, we can grow and sing and thrive. Looks like jam number 1460 is another keeper. Not bad, not bad. Gosh, the fairy is taking her sweet time this year.
Those were some weird lyrics.
Well, I didn't really ask for your input. Get out of town! You wouldn't happen to be the convoy of alms now, would you? I'm Jule, custodian of the burrow, a sproutling, obviously. Oh, you came all this way, but I'm sorry to say there's no alm of wood just yet.
I guess that means we're stuck here for now.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3. Is it just me, or are we missing people?
Due to some complications on our journey, the Alms of Light and Darkness will join us later. I am Palomina, Alm of Water.
Oh, I'm the Soul Guard, Val.
Morley, Alm of the Moon.
They call me Karina, Alm of Wind, and this pretty lady is Ramco.
Golly, a sacred beast cub. Still growing, I see. Were you raised outside of the Lucia?
Hang on. Do you know Ramco?
Nope, we only just got acquainted, but I know plenty about these sacred beasts. That's everyone. Oh, what about the Alm of Fire? Did something happen to the Alm from Tiania?
She, Hina. She lost her core stone. We're looking for the person who stole it from us, and we're actually in a hurry.
Not sure what you mean by core stone, but losing things is never fun.
Sounds like most people haven't heard of core stones.
The only news I can give you is no news. Sorry. There's nobody here but us Sproutlings, and I haven't seen any thieves come through the burrow in, well, ever probably. Plus, there's nothing beyond Verdius but the mana tree, so... Oh yeah, and that boulder at the entrance with the legendary sword stuck in it, but that's it.
Huh? Legendary sword?
Oops, look at the time. I have to go water my friends. Bye.
Wait!
What sword was he talking about? Am I the only one in the dark here? The goddess of mana was said to have given a legendary sword to her hero champion. But I could have never fathomed that the fairy tale was fact.
Orin and Hina talked about it once. I didn't think it was real either.
Perhaps the kernel of truth behind the myth originated here in Elusia. It is the home of the Mana Tree.
Our search for Orin might be a bust, but we still need an alm of wood. We should ask that kid from earlier what's up.
True. Let's find him.
He has to water his... what? Better look for him, I guess. Got some syrup!
I'm sorta in the middle of my daily duties. Mind getting out of my way?
Do all custodians water the plant?
Of course. Who else? I have to take care of my friends.
Friends?
Sure. This tree here is a good friend of mine.
Wait, what? This tree is a sproutling?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't know. When the sproutling goes to sleep for a long time, we tend to turn into tree. Every 4 years, just in time for the pilgrimage, one of my hibernating friends grows the most beautiful flowers. The alluring fragrance beckons the fairy to the burrow, and that lucky sproutling gets to be the alm. Only the most vibrant of sproutlings can blossom, making them the perfect candidates for the alm of wood. Our patron elemental wants lush foliage on all of her envelopes.
But when are the buds meant to bloom?
Usually the trees are already in bloom by the time the convoy, but not this year. There's probably no hope for the burl after all. I suppose we all gotta go sometime.
Whoa, hold on. No need to jump straight to utter destruction.
Nope. I think this is it for us. No flowers, no fairy, no future. Anyway, I'm sure you've all got stuff to do. Some bandit you're tailing or...
He's really gonna give up on his homeland?
Joulet seems really knowledgeable about the pilgrimage. There's a lot more I want to ask him. Yes! Got some syrup! Grizzly!
Was there something else you needed, or were you that curious about my work?
There's a lot we don't know about all this. I was hoping for answers.
A chat would kill time better than my usual rounds. As you wish. All sproutlings remain dormant for long periods with one exception. We alternate who looks after the rest of us while we sleep. As the custodian, I water my sleeping friends each and every day. I woke up 4 years ago just as the last pilgrimage was coming through the burrow.
So for 4 years, you've been watering these guys waiting for them to bloom? All by yourself?
Of course, though I guess it's not gonna matter much anymore if there's no alm. Might as well hang up my watering can.
You can't be out of options already. Have you talked with your patron elemental? Maybe she can help.
What a silly thing to say. Alms are appointed, not requested. There's nothing I can do about this.
But how do you know if you don't try? I went directly to Sylphid and asked to be made the alm. You don't want this place to be destroyed, right? Then do something. Anything. Go ask the elemental of wood to hurry it up.
You've got to be joking. She's joking, right?
Karina's telling the truth. She went out and found the elemental of wind in order to request her position as the alm.
But that's going against the hand of fate. Perhaps mortals like yourself try to defy destiny, but that's not how we do things up here. Sproutlings take what life gives us, and we're grateful for it. I don't know how many thousands of years ago it was, but we watched your world teeter on the edge of destruction. All the while we waited, tending the seeds as we've always done. Whatever hand fate deals us is our burden to bear. How egotistical to assume you know better than the goddess herself.
Egotistical? That's rich coming from a stubborn weed like him.
He's not wrong to stick to his principles. He just needs some perspective. Is following the will of the world really worth accepting the destruction of all you hold dear? Not that the workings of the Hand of Fate aren't important, but Karina's got a good point too. I don't want Julei to give up hope. This is kind of exciting. This might be useful.
You're a pushy bunch, you know that?
You're the one who ran off. We weren't done with our
Actually, I didn't have anything else to say to you folks. I've said my piece. No need to get worked up about it. I'll tell you what. If an alm of wood is chosen, you'll be the first to know. So go ahead and look around for that corkstone or what have you.
It's Corestone, not Corkstone. And that's our friend Soul you're talking about, bub. Hina, the Alma Fire, had her Corestone stolen by Orin. If we don't get that piece of her back, then Tiania is in danger. Verdia still has a chance, so use it! How can you stand around and throw your hands up like none of this is in your control? Don't you care what happens to the burrow? Think of your dormant friends. Don't you want to save them? Isn't that worth asking to become the Alm of Wood yourself?
Look, pal, I'm not going to take much more of your sass. You think I'm not worried about the fate of my home? There should be blooms by now. It's not supposed to be like this. Without flowers, the fairy won't come. Without the fairy, us sproutlings lose our purpose. No lives to preserve, it'd be the end of everything. Maybe this is my fault. I could have overwatered the burrow or pruned something I wasn't supposed to. That worry is always on my mind.
Julei.
Here's a thought, Julei. We could all search for the reason the flowers aren't blooming.
Huh? But don't you need to find that Aaron guy who stole from you?
You said so yourself. No one has come through the burrow but us. We trust you to know what's going on in your home. Besides, I'm the Soul Guard. It's my duty to find the Alm and protect them from harm.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but there's no cure for the burrow. It's pointless.
Oh, honestly. Stop quitting before you start, kid. Come on. I think this place doesn't get enough sunlight. That's what.
The landscape in Verdius hasn't changed in millennia. They would have had problems long before.
Maybe Gnome's powers are too weak to reach here?
It is true that Elucia is a tad far from other terrain. The solution may be that the sustenance given to the sprout.
Where'd Julei get off to? Well, while we wait for him, we can try to figure out the cause of all this. The whole area is covered in plants. No one can get through all this. Maybe that's for the best. We don't want Orin sneaking past us. Unless he's the one that blocked it off?
Val, I surrender. I don't know anything about growing plants. This foray is fascinating. Practically none of this flora was included in the almanacs of my adolescence.
There's no getting around it. We have to ask the Elemental of Wood for help.
Great idea! If the Elemental doesn't know what's wrong, no one will.
I wanted to be the one to rub it in Julei's face when we found the answer.
Sorry to disappoint you, Karina, but we haven't got the time to waste on fumbling around in the undergrowth.
Dryad is the Elemental of Wood, and well-versed of these wilds. But who can say where we may find her? Would that I knew.
At times like these, it's best to ask the locals.
Ugh, great. Gotta bother Julei again. Just what I need.
Huh? It can't be.
surprise!
How did you get here?
Don't you know there's a big old stalk that reaches all the way up here? My sisters and I didn't want to waste this once in 4 years opportunity, so we climbed up.
We figured now was the perfect chance to gather exotic ingredients like Verdius nectar for flavorings and potions.
Besides, this place has everything! Ancient forests, dangerous pilgrimages, mysterious Gaian explorers! What's not to like?
Sounds like you three have a full itinerary.
Wait a minute. Did you say Gaian explorers? Where did you see one of those?
Oh, there was a dashing young adventurer of that description over by the tree. We saw him ahead of us. We did lose track of him, though.
Had to focus on keeping our footing and all.
Oren's on his way.
Did you see a sproutling around here? Short, green, leafy?
Nope. But I sure would love to meet a sproutling in the flesh. Bark? What was that? A terrifying cry. It came from the direction of Milos Woods.
Could be Jule, or even Oren.
Oh, before you go,
Anything? Grab the...
They're the
That cry was coming from Milos. We have to check it out.
Be sure to talk to my merchant sisters if you need.
Welcome. All these goods are the cream of the crop. Take a look at base meal form your purchase. Take a base meal form your purchase. Take a base meal form your purchase. Come back again sometime.
welcome! Peruse at your leisure. I see me happy doing business with you. I see you happy doing business with you. I see happy doing business with you. Come back anytime.
This is kind of exciting. A rare item!
Jule!
We can handle.
We
It's coming for.
We need to weed out enemies like this one.
Quit causing trouble, you troublemaker!
That seemed effective. Take this! Say, stick it to him! Take this! Just what I need! I feel sick. Lend me your power! You're mine!
You saved me.
It was a close call. We were almost too late. Why did you wander off on your own?
Oh, look in the mirror, bud.
Oh, now what?
I mean, that you made me wonder if Grappleline might be the cause of the problems in the burrow. Don't get me wrong. This could all still be by the goddess's will, but I wasn't quite as sure. And you all seem so convinced that something could be done, so I wanted to check. But then I got it.
Huh. And here I thought you were mad at us again. Glad to see we've convinced you to change your...
That's one way to...
Destiny doesn't just fall into your lap.
Maybe. But you weren't able to figure out what keeps the flowers from blooming either, right?
Yeah, we're definitely not experts in gardening. But when in doubt, it's best to ask for help. Jule, do you know where the elemental of wood is?
Dryad? Easy peasy. Let me give her a ring. Oh, Dryad. Oh, yes. Hello. Oh, forgive me. That is to say, I was looking for you, Jule. But, oh dear, the alms. Please excuse me. I am known as Dryad.
A particular pleasure indeed, Dryad. We were just inquiring as to your...
Yes, I could hear you from over there, and I think I may know what caused all of this fuss. As Jule guessed, Grapplovine was the one behind it all. It absorbed all the nutrients from the plants, stunting their growth. That's why the flowers wouldn't...
Well, the monster is gone now.
The flowers, my friends! Dryad, this is great. There'll be an alm after all. We can expect the blooms at... Gee whiz! There's still so much to do. I have to get ready to welcome the fairy. Meet you back in Verd...
He's got some spring in his step...
Could I ask you, Alms, and you, Sir Solgard, to join Jule?
Sure.
Irregular as this situation may be, you will be one of the few pilgrimages to see the flowering firsthand. That should count for something, I...
Jule's in a better mood. I guess he gets grouchy when he's worried.
Lucky for us. For now, let's head to the appointment ceremony of the Alm of Wood.
Dryad, come on! Shake a root! Again, my apologies for the delay. I was considering Verdius's future and consulting with the denizens of the woods and such. Now then, let me see. With this spring breeze, I bid the trees awaken, bloom forth! Huh? Whoa! How unexpected! No flowers on the sleeping trees, but a flower blossoming right out of your head! Ow! Blossoming, sproutling Jule. By the grace of the goddess of mana, I name you the Alm of Wood. Ah, this scent is divine! My hibernating friends didn't bloom. I did. A humble custodian like me? An alm? I thought only dormant sproutlings were fated to blossom. Oh, yes, well, you see, I was planning to choose you from the very beginning. That's why I went searching for you. Would you, Jule, be my emissary to the mana tree and fulfill the duty of the Alm of... You got it, Dryad. Oh, but if I'm the Alm of Wood, who will stay to... They could brown or shrivel up, and I can't leave them alone like that, Dryad. That'd be worse than any disaster that could...
Jule? Oh, come to us. We have a mess.
Wait, that's...
Jule?
I can hear my friends. They want to tell me something. Come on, let's go talk.
I didn't notice anything, but I guess Jule could hear the voices of his friends. Better stick with him and check this out.
Jule, you kept us company with your joy. We asked Dryad to choose you. That Grapplevine is defeated, but it will take time before we can bloom again. But the Wowie, the elemental vessel. Dryad Sprig. Oh, dear. So that's where it went. We forgot to return it before.
Take the words of encouragement, but
Everyone,
And this from. I look forward to our journey together. As short as it is. The mana tree's just over there, after all.
Happy to have you. Oh, what are we going to do about the greenery blocking our way out of...
I apologize. That was my doing. I wanted to ensure that the path to the mana tree would. I will clear the way. Okay.
Got some syrup.
I feel stronger than ever. I'm starting to dig it. The elements are all around us. I'm starting to dig it.
I have the spirits. On the right track. My horizons have broadened.
I feel a deep connection with the spirits. I'm starting to dig it. The elements are all around us.
I'm brimming with power.
Dryad, we made it! Oh, good! I shall open the path for you. Heave, heave, and a whoosh! There you are.
we have come upon the far corner of Milos.
Once we get out of here, our goal should be in...
Excuse me, Sir Soulguard? Beyond these trees is what is known as the Sanctuary of Mana. Unfortunately, only the alms are permitted to enter. The Soulguard cannot go past the entrance.
Yeah, I know. Either way, first I have my duty to Hina to fulfill. I will get her course to...
The merchant sisters saw Orin when they were going up the jack tree, right? You're not gonna wait for him here, are you?
If only we had an idea of his plans, we could try and head him off.
I don't know the fella, but if this Aaron went to the trouble of climbing up to Lucia, he probably wants something from the mana tree. Why don't we stick together at least until we reach the entrance? Who knows? Maybe he'll come to you.
You're right. Let's forge ahead for now.
Oh, do be safe on your...
There is a barrier around the Mana Sanctuary. Only alms are able to cross it, I am afraid. What? Really? But what if we get surrounded by monsters and we don't have Val to take them on?
Don't worry. No monsters can trespass in the sanctuary.
Sounds like Morley did his research. The goddess protects the sanctuary from monsters with that barrier. Milos Woods and the Sanctuary of Mana are all a part of the spirit realm. Or they were at least.
The what now? Spirit realm?
Well, it's a realm, but for spirits. It's where elementals and sproutlings came from. In the past, it used to be separate from the mortal realm, where humans live. The Mana Goddess used to be able to protect the spirit realm from monsters. But when all the realms merged, that changed.
Merged, you say?
Yup. Once monsters began to emerge in Milos, the goddess had to create the barrier to protect the sanctuary. It's really strong. Strong enough to protect the goddess and the mana tree. So don't worry. There's no way a silly monster could break through and get us.
Oh. Well, okay then. If you're sure. Every place we visit is unique. Under the cliffs was not nearly as unsullied as this climate.
We are pretty close to the mana tree. Plus, barely anyone but the convoy of alms ever passes through here.
Not people, but it looks like monsters trick you. Tread carefully. Grizzly!
Are you fond of music, Jule?
Sure am. I've composed 1,460 original songs to date.
1,460 songs? How bored were you?
Come forth! Take it away! The gloves are off!
Easy! That's mine! Get away!
I've got your back! Let me see. Nice! Activate! Whoa! Activate! Take it away!
We've got loads of Grizzly syrup.
Let's give some to the
Grizzly!
Dudleys.
Yes!
Not to be nosy, but have you noticed Val spaces out a lot?
Oh, that's probably when he's thinking about eating.
Being human comes with a lot of things. Yeah,
Take this! I guess this means I've improved. Yes! Got some syrup. Let's rest up. Yes! Come forth! Take it away!
Jule, don't your feet hurt from walking on this terrain without shoes?
hurt. Why would they hurt? These feet were made for walking. What about you? Don't your feet get tired of being crammed in those stiff things all day?
I never thought about it like that.
Yes! Got some syrup. for the victory! You're mine! Take this!
I feel stronger than ever before.
Whoa! We're in the middle of a forest, but it looks like the night sky. Oh, that's right! Not a lot of plants glow down on the surface.
They might be pretty, but try not to fall into frozen marshes below.
Noted. Then we shall stick to the tree trunks and make ample use of the spirit's power.
Got some syrup. Taking this. Grizzly! Resonant! Take it away! Got some syrup. Yes! Shouldn't stay on here too long.
You will not stand in the way of our goal.
You're mine!
I will take over.
I got this.
Does this help?
I can still fight. Let go! Thanks. I got this. Just one left. Let's keep moving. Help us out! I'm brimming with power. Grizzly! Yes! Grizzly! Yes! Shouldn't stay on here too long. Take this! Let me see. Is this? Take this! Okay. Yes!
Our brawl bore fruit. My thanks.
Got some syrup. Time to shine. Take it away. Grizzly!
Come to think of it, there hasn't been an Alm of the Moon for a while now.
Yes, I'm the first in many years, thanks to Val and the others.
I'm not that up to date on current affairs down below, but I'm sure that wasn't easy.
Power of mana! I'm brimming with power. Got some syrup. Spirits, come forth!
Our forces made this outcome an obvious one.
Let me see. This might be useful. plan our next move. Got some syrup.
Oh, wow! This place is beautiful! The way the sun shines upon the verdure looks just like a scene from a fanciful fairy tale.
I assume every convoy before us has also marveled at this view.
The entrance to the sanctuary is up ahead.
Hina, I'm coming. Come at me! Come at me! Come at me!
Okay, who's next?
Got some syrup. This is kind of exciting. A rare item!
We're here! This is the entrance to the Sanctuary of Mana itself.
Finally! I'm a bundle of nerves. Excited, anxious, the works. But I guess the mana tree is gonna have to wait. First, we need to get Hina's core stone.
The tree is all the way inside the sanctuary past the gateway, safely tucked away from trespassers and mischief makers.
Orin is likely to be loitering in this location.
This is our last mission before we reach our journey's end.
You said something about a sword being kept here, right?
I sure did. Want to see? It's stuck in a huge rock. You can't miss it.
Taking this? Yes!
Finally, we've arrived in the domain of the man.
Is that?
Yup, that's the one and only mana sword. Oh, and a visitor.
Orin?
Val, I'm sorry. This was the only way I could get my hands on the mana sword.
That's why you're here? The sword?
That's right. Do you even know the miracles I can perform with this power? I can save Liza, cure her of her cursed petrification. And that's not even the half of it. She's still the Alm of Earth. Until I can release her, she'll never be free. That's why I need the sword. I have to change the world for the better. Get rid of the Alm's sacrifice altogether, so that our loved ones don't have to die to preserve the future for the rest of us.
You're saying you sacrificed Hina's life in order to save Liza? We trusted you, Orin. Both of us did. And you betrayed us!
As the Soul Guard, you're charged with ensuring the Alms meet their ends by completing the pilgrimage. You were prepared to lose Hina then? I just made her sacrifice come a little earlier than expected. For the sake of the world, you can hate me. I won't blame you. But with my plan, we'll never have to sacrifice another person ever again. Alms will no longer have a reason to exist. We'll be freed from this horrible tradition of loss and regret.
Sorry, but I think Orin might be right about this. Hina and other alms before her were denied the life they wanted to live. His words are tempting.
Val, you can't...
Even so, the alms have never been just a means to an end. Not to me. Their sacrifice has to mean more than that. This world exists because the alms carry with them the hopes and dreams of all those who came before and those who will come after them. I know in my heart that this world is sick. But Hina was never meant to be used as a pawn by anyone.
course she wasn't. None of us want her life to be lost in vain.
There has to be a way to obtain the Mana Sword without Hina's Core Stone.
Regardless, this should not be your call. It is pitifully presumptuous of you to assume you know the wishes of all alms.
My Sproutling friends entrusted me with this duty, and I mean to see it through. You don't speak for me, miss.
Thanks, everyone. As long as I have friends on this journey, I'll continue to serve them as the Soul Guard. Even if we end our pilgrimage at the Mana Tree, I'm in charge of my own destiny. Hina is my responsibility. You have to return her Core Stone now.
You can't stop. Without a Core Stone, I can't pry the Mana Sword from this. I have to bring back the world of Fadiel for Liza. No. For all of us who don't want to lose the people we... In the past, there were no alms to sack. Mortals, spirits, Benevodon monsters, even the goddess herself, all lived in the different realms that made up Fadiel. But years ago, the 5 realms were condensed into one. That mangled world was called Kidiel. It's the world that you and I know today. With the power of the Mana Sword, we can return Kidiel to the Fadiel it once was. Split it into a world that doesn't need to have Soul. The Mana Sword is right in front of us. They say that only the Chosen One can wield. If that's the case, then that's just what I'll be. Even if it means betraying my friends, my village. I will have the sword!
Auron! What are you doing with Hina's Core Stone? No, Hina!
You're the voice I heard from the Megalith, aren't you?
Stop it! Hina!
Earth shall be first.
Earth?
Give me that sword! I earned it!
Auron! Return Hina's Core Stone now!
You are not even worth the stretch of my sword arm.
It can't be. Delophos? After all this time?
My. Correct, Sproutling. Your reward is the ruination that awaits you all.
Can't have Hina's Core Stone. I won't let him!
Delophos in this lifetime.
Take this! Stop attacking! Use this!
I will ruin you!
Let go!
He's far too powerful!
There's no way we can win this! All our advances will be futile if our adventure ends here.
I'm all for retreating personally. Trent, you're helping us?
This land will not be desecrated by the powers of evil on my watch.
Never thought I'd see the overseer of the sanctuary intervene like this.
Now is the time to withdraw arms.
No! I can't just run away! I have to save Hina! I have to get her core stone!
Listen, this isn't a fight we can win right now. We have to pull back.